it was at the beginning, yes. My mom made sure we was at church, and then as you get older, you find yourself you don't want to go, and
Yeah.
I guess from probably 9 to probably 12, I wasn't going probably once a year during that time. Then when I started playing sports in the seventh grade, uh, some of the things I was doing, and I realized that, hey, I probably need to go get back in church and start going on a regular basis, not once a year. And then at 12, that's when I got baptized and
Okay.
uh, and started understanding the importance of having Christ in your life.
Yeah, that's pretty young to figure that out, though.
Yeah, yeah. And when things start doing uh like I'm running and all of a sudden, blink my eye, knowing I'm gonna get hit and I'm still running. It ain't nothing but God.
Yeah.
It was different. I mean, you had to stay by the telephone.
I suppose it probably wasn't even on TV, right? In
You,
'84.
it was on TV. It was
Okay.
on ESPN.
Okay.
But to get the car, you have to be by the phone. Like now, they all go to Washington D.C. or wherever they're having the draft. The top
Yeah.
28 or 32 teams now. But back then, no, you just had to sit and wait, and then you'll see them flashing on the television screen who got drafted. You know.
Mm-hmm. How'd that go when you got the call from Minnesota? Did you?
Well, it was a dream come true. Before
Yeah.
Minnesota drafted me, Kansas City had called me,
Oh,
and
okay.
they was telling me that they were going to draft me, and so I'm waiting on them to call,
Yeah.
back. And so as I'm watching the television screen, it shows Kansas City chose Herman Hurd, a running back. And I'm saying to myself, who is Herman Hurd? And then right after that, Minnesota called me. Les Steckel called me and to tell me that he was going to draft me and I was going to be a Minnesota Vikings. And so when I got that call, that was a relief because I was in the third round, 67 person player pick that year in '84.
Yeah.
And that was a dream, a blessing come true. And then all that, all the stress was gone then because now I knew where I was going. That would have been the best year for me to get to the Super Bowl, man. It's
Yeah.
one game, beat us 17-10, and you know, and I mean it seemed like those last three games we were playing. We were playing for some reason, something changed, and we were playing on four cylinders.
Yeah.
Went to New Orleans and beat them 44-10, and then went to San Francisco and beat them like 30, I don't know, 36-27, something like that. And then just couldn't get it done up in Washington.
Such a close game, though. I mean, I'm
Yeah,
sure Darren. It's people look at, oh, Darren dropped the final thing, but games are won and lost throughout the whole thing. But I'm sure he felt just. I'm sure you've had games like that where you
oh
felt that
yeah,
like you
oh
dropped the
yeah.
ball and you're like, oh,
Yep. Had some games like that, and sometimes you tell yourself why did it happen, but that's life.
you know.
That's part of life. You got your highs and your lows. You know.
We've just had a rough history as longtime Viking fans.
Yeah. I know. Just to get
Um,
back there, I just love to see us to get back there again. But we keep falling short. But
I know.
one day we'll get back there.
All right. Well, you know what'll happen, Alfred? I'll think of some questions that I should have asked you, so I'll probably have to give you a text or email down the road. But
Okay.
I sure appreciate you taking the time.
Hey, no problem. And like I said, I know I got one good testimony. Uh, if you want me to share that with you,
Yeah, please, sure, yeah.
Okay,
Right now. Yeah.
okay. Like I mentioned, I love scoring touchdowns and kneeling and giving God the glory. And my last year, 1991, they had switched the offense around. What they did, they moved all-pro Randall McDaniel in the fullback spot. And they took the fullback, me and Rick, out. And Randall McDaniel was the fullback. And so whenever we went to goal line or short yardage or red offense, I had to come out the game. And so it was halfway through the season. And I remember going to the hotel that night, and I was in my hotel room, and I said, Lord, you know what? It's halfway through the season. I haven't been able to give you no glory. And I said, you know what, Lord? Tomorrow, I don't know how it's going to happen because I'm not on offense, but I'm going to score a touchdown. And I'm going to give you the glory. I said, if I have to, I was on the kickoff team. I said, if I have to go down on the kickoff team and knock somebody down, pick the ball up, I'm going to score a touchdown. If I had to run a touchdown back, I said, somehow I'm going to score and I'm going to give you the glory. And so that's all I was praying when I was in my hotel room. When I went to the meeting, that's all I can think of. Man, tomorrow I'm giving God the glory, no matter whatever it takes. Somehow, some way, I'm going to score a touchdown. And so that next morning, and all in my sleep, that's all I can think of is scoring a touchdown and giving God the glory. And the next morning, went to breakfast. I'm gonna score a touchdown. I'm gonna give God the glory. Tomorrow, somehow, some way, that was constantly going over and over in my mind that somehow, some way, I'm gonna score a touchdown. Get on the bus, driving to the stadium. I'm gonna score a touchdown. Today is the day I'm gonna give God the glory. And we were playing St. Louis Rams and St. Louis Cardinals. And I remember we flipped the coin, we were receiving the ball. I said, okay, we got the ball first. And like I said, started saying this to myself in my mind that today I'm gonna give God the glory. So the first play, we went out there, Wade Wilson hit Hassan Jones for 20 yards, first down. The second play, Wade Wilson hit AC, probably about 60 yards. So we inside the 6-yard line. And I go and give AC high five, great job, we ended up getting ready to score. So after I give him high five, I start jogging off the field. And all of a sudden, the coach is saying, go back in, go back in. So I go back in, and as I stepped into the huddle, Wade Wilson said, strong right, 20 trap. And I'm saying, oh my God, this is my play. I'm gonna score a touchdown. Nothing's gonna stop me from getting across that goal line. The ball, I got in my stance, the ball snapped, the hole open, I hit that hole so fast. Next thing you know, I was crossing the goal line, pointing up to God. And everything just overwhelmed, like, man, God just answered my prayer all night. That's all I kept praying was, I'm gonna give God the glory. And as I went into the end zone, I kneeled down, man, and just emotion. My teammates were glad that I scored a touchdown, but I was thrilled because God answered my prayer. And then I went to the sideline. That's all I was just filled with, man, God answered my prayer. God answered my prayer. And then about a week later, after that, after I was telling, Alan and everybody what God did answer my prayer, about a week later, a package came to me. As a matter of fact, let me run and get it right quick. I'm sitting at my locker, and then all of a sudden I'm opening up this package. And this lady sent this picture to me. And then,
I'm gonna.
then that right there,
Yeah, I got it. That's it.
and that right there, I started thinking again. I said, man, here it is. God answered my prayer. Not only that, but God blessed that woman to be right there in that end zone at that right time to take that picture and snap it and send it to me. Ain't nothing but God.
Yeah, yeah. Wow.
Nothing but God, man. And that's out of all the pictures I have, that's the best one. That's the best one, giving God the glory. And that was my only touchdown I scored that year, my last year.
That is awesome. Well, thanks for sharing that, and thanks for the time, Alfred. I'm sure I'll talk to you again.
All right, Greg, no problem, brother.
All right. Well, be safe. All right.
All right, Doc, you too now.